Hey, what's up? It's your girl BB reporting live from Blarica. And some of you may be a bit perplexed, if you will, about the title. And some of you even get the ignorant impression that I want to impress somebody on here, and that's really not the case. The only and main goal that I made this page for is to uplift and uphold the black culture in a positive light. And the inevitable is that the negative is going to come sooner or later. However, yes, I love Sarge, Willie Pete, and especially JT. I love them because I love all human beings. One might argue that I'm incapable of hating, but it's not that. It's just that I feel that every human being, and I love every human being because they're capable of and potentially able to make this world a better place. So therefore, I put effort, energy, and time into contributing any way I can to that. And that goes for all races. But in this particular case, I am referring to my fellow Blaricans, any black person living in America. So, I love both of them for many reasons, and the reason why I like JT more is because JT is more real. Some people think that Sergeant Willie P, as well as himself, speaks the truth. He speaks the truth. Everyone speaks the truth to an extent, and everyone's truth is sometimes their own truth based on their experience. So you have to be able to let all truths coexist. Okay, so yes, he is more real because, yes, for one, he shows his face, and let me elaborate on that topic. Any real individual, especially an individual who proclaims to be and to have all of this insight about the black culture, is I don't know anybody who is ashamed to show their face. The only way that someone will conceal themselves is because they're ashamed, they're scared, and they're not completely truthful. And I feel that by him not showing his face, it leaves a lot more room for him to deceive people and not fully be himself. And like we all do, jump out of character more quickly, because you're not susceptible to do that when your viewers and your audience is looking at you. And you have these, I hate to say it, but to me, just stupid individuals that think that this is okay when it's really not. Someone who's afraid to show their face or chooses not to show their face for an ignorant reason. Sergeant Willie Pete said that he doesn't do that because black people can't take criticism. Can't is a very, very habilitating word that no one should use. It is not in my vocabulary. Instead of can't, one should say, I choose not to, or I'm not able to at the moment, or something like that, because for anybody to have that mindset is just really limiting. And Sergeant Willie Pete, you should not have that mindset about the black community, especially since you can only speak about a small percentage of the black community. And I'm talking about all black Americans. So, yeah, JT is a lot more real for that. And also, Sergeant Willie Pete said he doesn't show his face because he has a life and a career that he wants. Again, don't do something that you're ashamed of. True enough, I don't want a company to know all of my business, but this is a public thing. It's public. Okay? You think that someone isn't going to realize your voice if they came across your page? Okay? Do you switch up your voice that much? Now that's just felonious if I've ever heard it. You know, you said what is his name? Cosby had got lit up for criticizing and telling the truth. Okay, but Bill Cosby and all of the renowned individuals that are strong enough and man and woman enough to put themselves out there, they will never hide their face. You cannot compare yourself to anybody who shows their face, who are not afraid to. If you're really true about what you represent, Sergeant Willie, by all means, do that. And do it without any shame. You know, if anybody is to judge you, they don't need to be in your life. They don't need to have anything to do with you. So, I don't know if there's an ulterior reason why you're not showing your face. And for all of those people who are ignorant and think that, oh, he doesn't show his face because, you know, people like to judge on appearance. So fucking what? People are going to critique you like they're doing now. It's not a big deal. So be strong enough to be man enough and be real to your audience. It's very unfair, and these ignorant men are giving into it. So now that I got that off my chest, I would like to speak about some of the things that he says, which, like a lot of other people say, I agree with a lot of what he says. Shoot. I agree with a lot of what he says. One topic would be the women that are procreating with these men and not doing further research, not only on themselves, but the men. And that these women, my fellow black women, are having children and child after child after child by men who are not proactively and positively in the child's life, let alone the woman's life. So I totally agree with him that there are too many contraceptives out there and too many women that have experienced heartaches and things that no woman would want to go through, to where they should take advantage of what we have now. I myself am not ashamed at all to say I took advantage of when abortions were legal. I'm not sure if they still are. However, I didn't hesitate to get an abortion when I was 18 years old. I was in school for cosmetology, ready to graduate, and I knew I had made a mistake. And Sergeant Willie, the thing is, you're coming down on these women. Oh, saying that they made a mistake. They made a mistake. We all do. I think what you're doing is a mistake. You see, because you are not a woman. You don't understand what a lot of black women have gone through and what they are still going through. Okay? My mother didn't teach me. You said that mothers teach, their daughters not to get pregnant and all this. My mom didn't teach me any of that. My mother actually didn't teach me anything except to get my own money. And literally, my mom didn't teach me anything about men. I had to learn myself. I had to experience a lot of things outside my home. And I experienced a lot of things inside my home. However, the point is, I had to make a few mistakes to be able to get to the point where I am now, where I would not be with a man who won't be around for the long run for me and my child. The goal is to get married, but the point is, some women are, my mom didn't tell me a man was going to use me for sex. She didn't tell me that a man is going to lie to me, tell me how much he loves me when really all he wanted was sex. I had to learn that for myself. So some women choose not to get abortions. Some women don't know about certain contraceptives. True enough, they know about condoms, but they believe the man when they say, oh, baby, we don't have to use that. I'll be here for you forever and always. All women don't get taught that. Okay, so don't be so harsh on these women. You have to have compassion. See, that's the difference between you and JT. He has more compassion. So, I'm probably going to do a part 2 to this. So, you guys be easy. Until then, take care. Peace.